Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies. Seeing which guys step up, the leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
And you know, with MP, he doesn't hide the fact that he's out to inflict maximum damage at the offensive end of the floor.
And that should have every other team in the league on high alert. When MP says something like that, they're not empty words. One thing, though, he better be ready for a lot of defensive attention. Stopping MP is going to be the priority for every defense they face.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Mason Wallace is out there at Jay. Then it's Martin. And there's Davis. And it's Banks. And at the 3, the small forward. All right, let's hand it over to David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Well, guys, we've got the makings of a shootout in this one with guys on each team that can fill up the scoreboard. When I asked MP if there would be an emphasis on defense, he said, sure, DA. That's for the rest of my team. My job is to put up points, lots of them. We'll see how that plan works out. Kevin?
Well, defense is huge, but, man, the kid can score. I love watching his game, and this should be interesting. Here's Foster. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Jay. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Jay's got a gut 5 now. And, of course, last season was capped off with MP winning his 13th NBA championship, Greg, an achievement that I never thought I'd see.
And MP has not only cemented himself as the greatest winner in NBA history, but the greatest winner in the history of team sports. MP is one of one.
Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Here's Banks. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so he hits both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Haywood. And here's Reed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, good on the 3.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Barrett with the ball. Now guarded by Jay. Here's Haywood on target from 13 feet.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Here's Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Rivers. Reed with it. Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's off on the first. Boston making a switch here. Young's checked in. Good on the second free throw. For Memphis, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Jay, rebounded by the Celtics.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Pass to Reed. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Haywood dishes to Reed. Left side, Barrett. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
For some news on NP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, this team is coming off their championship season, led, of course, by MP. But he's not letting that coast over into this season. MP told me it's a new season, and we're not letting up. We're just as hungry for that next ring as we were for the first. Guys?
Yeah, you can tell, DA, sounds like MP is ready to do it all over again. Ball's not loose. Here's Jay. Good defensive work there by Young.
Defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Barrett kicks to Young. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shoots from the baseline. Banks with a rebound.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And counted. Three-pointer good on the shot from Jay. Jay's got 12. You know, you look at MP, Greg, 3 consecutive Most Valuable Player awards, something that's only been done before by 2 others.
And those would be Bill Russell and Larry Bird. Pantheon-level achievement unlocked by MP. He is on a collision course with greatness.
Here's Barrett. No good again that time.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Changes for Boston. Reed is checked in for Williams. Haywood comes in for... And Barrett subbed in for Young. And Memphis making a change here. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Boston making a switch here. Young's checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Martin's checked in for Cooper.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Davis is out there with Martin. Then there's Jay, and it's Banks, and it's small forward. They get a hand on it. Here's Jay. Gets that one through the hole. Making now 7 of 13 in this game. Well, we've been lucky to witness the legendary career of MP. Greggy continues to pile up the accolades in a way that we have never seen before.
And he's coming off his 8th NBA MVP. That's just incredible. He's got 2 more than Kareem and 3 more than Michael. He's put himself on the Mount Rushmore of NBA greats.
You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Barrett, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Barrett's got 7 points.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
And the basket by Jay.
He's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Celtics. It's a 16-point game. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Haywood, the pass to Reed. 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Count that bucket. Young's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help. I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Wallace against Foster. There's the three. Here's Reed. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. The tray. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Memphis holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action in just a minute.
They haven't been close with some of these threes. Does the rim look like it's moving to them? I mean, seriously. It looks like it's multiple rims out there.
Okay, guys, now let's... And that'll do it for half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
Well, there's not much to debate. MP has proven to be, Greg, one of the top players in this league.
No doubt. MP has put himself in that elite company after earning his 4th All-NBA first-team selection last season. And you know he'll be looking to earn that honor again this year. Frankly, I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
Reed out there with Haywood. Then it's Barrett, and there's Foster, and it's Rivers in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. Foster, that's good.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Off-target three-pointer there from Jay. Celtics trail by 9. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. Onside, Barrett launches a 3. Doesn't go for him. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And the basket by Jay.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Barrett. That's tipped. Here's Jay. A three-pointer, no good. The Celtics shooting 33% for the night. That's a big throw on their side right now. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Barrett. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And checking out some numbers for Barrett. Great showing for him last season. Averaged about 22 points per, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I love having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort.
So on the floor for Memphis. They've got Cooper, and it's Jay in at the point. Celtics trail by 9, and a fast break now for the Celtics. And Jay gets the whistle that time. Changes here for the Celtics. Rivers comes in for Williams. And Barrett subbed in for Black. And Boston has possession. Haywood the pass to Young. Here is Haywood. To the right side. Pass to Young. Here's the three. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
That bucket in no time at all. 31 points for Jay. A GA MP doing the unthinkable last year. Winning finals MVP for the 8th time.
Well, he's very familiar with that Bill Russell trophy, right? MP has etched himself as one of the all-time greats, and he's aiming to do it again this season. Dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring. Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Pass to Davis. Here's Jay. And it's off from three-point range. And so Young will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 9 points. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Foster's checked in for the Celtics.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
From outside the arc, knocks down the 3-ball.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
It's Davis on the wing. Pass to Jay. A 3. It's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist in this one.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well,
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They
They really thought they had a chance tonight. Can't be reaching like that, MP.
Fans we've seen yet. Make sure you disappoint.
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. And with this being the first game of their NBA Cup campaign, the goal is to make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, BA. We get 4 teams in each conference that make it. It's the 3 group winners plus a wild card. One thing to keep in mind, point differential could be key in advancing.
Well, MP has made it clear that scoring is an emphasis for him right now. He's looking to be more assertive offensively.
And so far, he's delivered on his promise to keep his foot on the accelerator offensively. The scoring role is one that most players would happily embrace, but it's the rare few who can deliver in this fashion the way we've seen MP do it.
And here's Memphis' starting group. We've got Davis, and it's Roberts, and at the 2. All right, let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
Guys, we know MP is a gifted scorer, but tonight he wants to take it to another level. He told me, I'm trying to set an aggressive tone out there for the team. I am going to attack every single chance I get. A one-man scoring machine, but it's all for the team.
Sounds like MP is planning to have a big night. Thanks, Alan. Ooh, poked away. Right wing. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Jay. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And last season for MP, his 5th all-defensive selection. Grant, his reputation at that end of the floor is well established.
It's something he takes personally. The challenge of locking down his man. And, of course, his impact on...
Here's Edwards. His last outing, he had 20. So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And it's Jay in at point guard. Newton. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. Timberwolves on D. They've led by as many as 14.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And it's Jay missing. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Here's Daniels. Pass to Barber. Now here's Edwards. The triple hit for Edwards.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. For 3. Missed it. 3 for 6 now.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Bass. Out left to the wing. Here's Jay. Puts up a 3. Another miss for him. He's 2 for 6. Knocks it loose. Here's Roberts, guarded by Edwards, and out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jay, in the last matchup,
first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Taking a look at Memphis, they've climbed into 5th, cruising along at highway speeds.
I'm not sure that analogy. Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebound.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Minnesota in the lead. We've got Jabari Smith, and it's McMillan in at the 5. So that's who Darvin Ham starts the second half with. That shot wide open. Parsons got 9.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
Here's Jay. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And Minnesota with possession here. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Here's Newton.
With 4 personals now, he'll have to be extremely...
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the...